Here things our exes did to us, but we stayed.
Okay.
I took mine to our family's beach house, and he accidentally showed me a text of him talking with his friend saying that he's with really weird middle-class people right now.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, look at this text, and then like 2 texts up for that. For my birthday, I bought us a trip to the Bahamas and then posted and pretended that he bought it, even though it was my legit birthday and he didn't buy me one thing. Oh my God. Sent me a text saying, oh my God, a girl just hit on me at the gym, and a month later I found out they were having an affair, and when I confronted him about it, he said that he liked her.
She was extremely hot.
And yet she still stayed. She didn't leave, did she?
Nope.
No, she didn't. He treated me bad. Oh, he treated me so bad, so poorly, and I still stayed. It's an interesting point, isn't it?
Why?
You hear women complain every day, and these are some rich chicks. These some rich chicks. They got money. Indeed, spend it on me.
Drizzle, drizzle.
She don't spend on you, she don't like you.
Dusty.
Now, I have a few videos of more women, as well as these women, giving detailed stories of what men have done to them. Yet, they didn't leave. They didn't ghost and abandon these men.
And he wasn't gonna stop texting her. At least he was honest.
Yeah.
And he was bald.
Wow.
Mine would go on benders for the whole weekend, not text me at all, and then once the bender was over, would call me crying because his liver hurt and would demand me to come over, and I would go every single time, and then he would do it 2 weeks later. Every single
good
weekend.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Oh, Saul texts with his mom saying that he wants to marry a different girl who was also his best friend's ex. While we were dating. Who's also my sorority.
I mean, it's good they can laugh about it. No embarrassment, no shame. No. They can laugh about it. So, I mean, they must have been getting something good from it, right?
We bought a dog together. I bought the dog. And he claimed this dog was his, but did not buy the dog one toy, not help with the dog, and then wanted money. And then wanted money when the dog got famous. One time, I came back and all his roommates started screaming at me saying I sucked and that I've gained so much weight and that I was fat, and all he did was sit and watch. What? Yeah.
Now, some would say these women got played. They played themselves. These men played them. Whatever version of that you want to use. Either way, they're happy, aren't they?
Sit and watch.
Are they laughing about the past? Who knows? Who even cares? Either the men knew what they were doing, or these women just, they played themselves. It's fun though, isn't it?
Things our exes did, and we stayed.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay. He threw me into a fence and plywood in front of 50 of my friends and family.
Impactful. It's funny, I guess.
Mine are like not as bad as yours. He got a Bumble notification on his phone and then proceeded to scream in my face for asking about it and left my house.
It was probably important.
He made plans with some girl to hang out before we started to date. Like, before we started dating, they had plans to hang out. And then we started dating, and he still went through with those plans. And I with her because he felt bad for canceling.
He's being
we
honest.
were dating at this point when they were supposed to hang out.
Would send me pictures of him cosplaying as an anime
Come on.
with his hairstyles.
Is that it? Wait a second. Let me stop it there. Of all the BS that's transpired in this video, because he dressed like an anime character, the ick. Okay, that's not one. I'm going to disregard that. This woman has problems.
On Valentine's Day, he made me order off the kids' menu. And I still paid for it. And I didn't even get a Valentine's Day gift also.
How childish.
Threw a tantrum because I wanted Philly cheesesteaks after the Phillies lost the playoffs.
How dare you? You know, with all due respect, these women are laughing. In all of these videos, it's like these women are laughing.
Sit and watch.
You know, a lot of men say and understand, a lot of women like a bit of toxic in their man. And some men understand, yeah, you don't treat a woman too good, because if you treat her too good, she'll think you're an idiot. She'll think you're a fool. She'll think you have no idea how to treat her. From these giggly women talking of the things men did to them, yet they stayed. What can you learn as a man?
But it's an illusion.
Not to co-sign any of the badness in this video, that's not what I'm saying, none of the badness. But the more light things you can think, some women do need a bit of
Chaos.
to pursue, to fix, to mend, to improve, to be validated by for all the work that they've put in. The point is, some men try too hard. Some men are not broken enough to need fixing, and that's, weirdly enough, some men's problem.
Didn't have a car or a job, so I paid for everything and drove everywhere.
Hey, that's good.
Would
That's
punch his
good.
concrete walls until his knuckles bled, and then would send me pictures and be like, "This is all your fault."
Okay, that's a bit insane, to be honest. Okay.
Cheated on me at West Virginia after I continuously sent him money because he was broke, but he was hooking up with other girls while I was Venmoing him money, so.
That's good. You're paying for his life.
You're gonna lose your mind. Told me he had to go mid-argument because it was hot tub time with his mom and his sister.
Okay, that's weird. That one's just weird. Yeah, that one's weird. You dated him.
Told me to kill myself, called me fat, and hoped I die a painful death.
Wow. Damn.
Didn't wear deodorant because he didn't think he needed it.
Hygiene. Don't know her. DM'd a girl asking for her info the day we started dating.
You just got to make sure you're the one, innit? Check other women.
Curled up in a fetal position, butt naked, because I wasn't in the mood to do anything. Grown man.
I don't even have anything to say to that, okay? But to some degree, there's a theme we're noticing so far, aren't we? Weirdly enough, a lot of these men seem to be living a soft guy era.
Where's my money?
These women are doing a lot for these men. We've seen in a couple of videos already. These women are doing a lot for these men, paying for them, paying for their lifestyle.
Attractively.
On one hand, some would say, how wrong is it? Because the point of this video is these women stayed with the men. I'm just saying, just making some points.
Yeah. Okay. Love that. Said him and his ex were still friends.
Oh, that's nice. Friends. Yay.
Never again.
Couldn't come over because he had to wait to shower because it was raining and he wasn't allowed to shower when it was raining.
Last but not least, make music.
On
What? Wait, what?
SoundCloud.
Stop. Just
Yo, at least you understand if you're making a mixtape, these are not the women that will support your mixtape dreams. Even if you're a grown man, even if you're 50 years old making a mixtape.
Because I spit hot fire.
Wow. These women will not support your dreams.
Yeah, I know the trend that's going around where people are like, things that their exes did and they still stayed. I feel like nobody's is worse than mine. Alright, boom. I'm gonna start. On his birthday one year, he told me that he wanted to be alone. So we lived together. So he booked me a hotel room and was like he was just gonna go out to dinner and spend the night alone. So I packed a little bag and went to the hotel room for a night. And the next morning when I called him, he said that he wasn't home, and that the place was a mess. And when I got home, there was condoms all over the place. And when I asked him why there were condoms everywhere, he told me that he had a threesome.
Some could say, what a lovely woman. She let a man, experience life, the joys and wonders of life. It's like, jokes aside, some men have been doing this for the longest time, but it's referred to as toxic. But is it?
On Christmas one year, we went to New York and I was pregnant and I was like extremely sick, and I had an ear infection, so the whole left side of my face was like numb, and I couldn't hear out the whole left side of my face. So he woke up Christmas morning, and he just like left and went somewhere, and then I was texting him, asking him where he was at, and he told me he was out, and he broke up with me. He was like, I don't know where, he just broke up with me, and was like, oh, it's not gonna work. And mind you, we lived in Atlanta, and we were all the way in New York, so we had to check out our hotel, and so I had to pack all of our suitcases by myself, pregnant and sick, and put them in the car, and he didn't even help me, and the suitcases were heavy, y'all, and so I put the suitcases in the car, and I had a conversation with him. And mind you, we had to drive from New York to Atlanta, which is like a 15-hour or 12-hour drive. Something
Now, at this point in the video, you can say, wow, are these women are laughing? Are they laughing out of embarrassment? Is the laugh a mask, a cover-up? Because they know they've effed up a lot. They effed up a lot. They let a lot happen. And the laughing is just, they feel bad, basically. Don't want to accept the accountability for what they let happen continuously. So it's a joke now.
like that. All I remember is I drove the entire way from New York to Atlanta while this man was in the passenger seat asleep. And when we got home, he got upset because I didn't want to have. And so the next morning, he woke up and told me that he didn't want to be together still, and that I needed to get my get the f out. So I made my dad drive all the way from South Carolina to pick me up from Atlanta, and then I left the same day. This is not the same ex. Those first two were the same ex, but this is another ex.
More
he
surprising.
gave me his phone one day to take pictures, and I was sitting in the car, and someone had called him, and the name was like a boy's name. So I answered the phone because it was a boy's name, and a girl answered the phone, and when she heard my voice, she hung up. And so when he got back in the car, I asked him who it was, and he said that it was his homeboy, and I told him that it was a girl that answered the phone, and he said that his homeboy's girlfriend probably called for him. So when we got home later that day, mind you, my birthday was the next day, he told me that we were gonna go out for dinner the next day, so I needed to wake up early in the morning to go get my nails done and find an outfit to wear to dinner that night. So I did. I woke up that morning and got my nails done.
Good.
Oh my god. And I got my hair done and all that. And while I was getting my hair and nails done, I tried to FaceTime him to show him, but he wouldn't answer the phone. So when I got home, I literally walked in on him and another girl sitting on our couch. When I tried to confront him, the girl started smart-mouthing me. So I started smart-mouthing her back.
Let me stop her there, waffling through her story. A point I've been trying to get across for a long time is women have a lack of accountability, but there is a huge part of their lack of accountability which benefits men. It benefits the absolute F out of men. Now, all men can't do that. And the thing is, a lot of men wouldn't even do that anyway. Some men aren't really that just, non-caring. But a lot of men are. A lot of men do not give an absolute F.
Ride or die.
If they're enjoying it while it's happening, I mean, is it toxic for them? Is that why they can laugh about it now?
And I was trying to fight her because you're in my house talking crazy to me. But I was trying to fight both of them. I was trying to fight him too. So this
sexy
man
drama.
puts me out of my own house and locks the fucking door. So I was stuck outside and I had to call my mom. And so my mom came and we all were beating on the door, and the neighbors came. The neighbors were wondering why we were making all that noise. So I told them that my boyfriend's in there with another girl. So my neighbor starts banging on the door with me and my mom. And so then the downstairs neighbor calls the police on us. And then it was a woman police. She came, so we told her what happened. And she was like, no. Open this door. You have to open this door. And he's like, I'm not opening this door because if I open the door, she's gonna try to fight her. And I'm just stuck in my head like, why are you worried about me fighting her? I'm your girlfriend and it's my birthday.
There's a reason you stayed. Now, some would say, look, these women have a lack of self-esteem. This is like, Jesus Christ. It's like, he's toxic, he treated you bad, but you stayed. Okay.
So I ended up fighting her and I spent my birthday in jail.
I knew what was going to happen.
And then when I got home, and the next day after my mom got me out of jail, told him to come get his stuff, and he pulled up with the same girl to come get his stuff.
I mean, well, come on, he's not gonna let her go. What's the point? Some women say they've been through a lot with men, but the question is, how much are women willing to tolerate for the right man? For a man, even. There's only so bad you can be when you still accept it. Have an honest day.
Because I spit hot fire.